Welcome to the fifth episode of The Bird is the Word Network. I'm your political analyst, Jason R. Keaton. Today, we are peeling back the label on a quiet killer hiding in plain sight in almost every American pantry. It's cheap, it's ubiquitous, and it's fueling a public health crisis that is being systematically ignored. I'm talking about high fructose corn syrup, or HFCS. Now, industry lobbyists will tell you it's just like sugar, but the data tells a far more dangerous story. Since HFCS hit the mass market in the 1970s, the rate of morbid obesity in the United States has skyrocketed. In 1970, the adult obesity rate was around 15%. Today, we are pushing past 42%. This isn't a coincidence. It's a direct result of replacing traditional sweeteners with a chemically concentrated fructose bomb. Let's talk biology. HFCS is uniquely devastating because of how the body processes it. While glucose can be used by almost every cell in your body, fructose is sent straight to the liver. It hits the liver so hard and so fast that it triggers de novo lipogenesis, literally turning sugar into fat on the spot. This creates non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition that used to be reserved for heavy drinkers, but is now seen in children. More importantly, this metabolic overload blocks insulin absorption. It creates a biological wall that leads to chronic insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. People often compare the dangers of gluten to HFCS, and while gluten is a nightmare for those with celiac disease, HFCS is a systemic toxin for everyone. It is essentially gluten for the liver, causing inflammation and metabolic breakdown that affects 100% of the population, not just a sensitive few. So why hasn't the president declared an emergency? Why hasn't there been an executive order to ban this slow-acting poison? The answer is the same as it was for big tobacco: money and influence. The HFCS industry has borrowed the tobacco playbook page for page. They fund independent studies to muddy the scientific waters. They spend over $100 million a year on lobbying, and they leverage massive government corn subsidies to keep their product artificially cheap. Banning HFCS would save millions of lives, but it would cost the corn conglomerates billions of dollars. We have the alternative. Cane sugar is easily accessible, and while all sugar should be used in moderation, cane sugar doesn't bypass the body's satiety signals and liver safety valves the way HFCS does. We are being poisoned for the sake of a profit margin. It is time for a national emergency policy. We need to stop the subsidies, expose the cover-ups, and ban HFCS from our food supply before the next generation is too sick to fight back. I'm Jason R. Keaton, and this is The Bird is the Word Network. The truth is bitter, even when it's covered in syrup.